the little lesson that we're gonna have about Kai West. After I did this, I had this little interview. Okay, it's definitely not me. It's totally not me. Okay, and I have this little interview I want you guys to watch, and then we're gonna get into a PowerPoint slide kind of thing, talking about Kai Weiss.
I mean, Kai Weiss was an interesting figure in the smaller part of the RCC. I think one of his biggest things that he stuck to was inconsistency and hypocrisy. I mean, it was just astonishing how well. He did it so well that when he discussed Toby Majestic and her hypocrisy, he didn't apply that standard of regarding inconsistency and hypocrisy to himself. I think that was one of the finest examples of a hypocrite calling out a hypocrite. I mean, just look at his criticism of the commentary community, the ArtCC mostly, and his criticism of Sin, taking Twitter drama to YouTube. And then he took Twitter drama to YouTube, not once, but twice. I mean, you could just look at his standards regarding race, that you should be educated enough not to make jokes. That you should be educated enough not to make jokes regarding race. What offends a certain race. But when it comes to his end, he doesn't care about that. I think Kai as a figure really stuck to the inconsistent part of a commentator. He really played that part well. He was consistently inconsistent. I think that's astonishing. In a way, that wouldn't make sense. He's been consistently inconsistent, and I think that the fact that things can reach that point of idiocy is just astonishing. He also perfected the race card usage. I'd say in the RCC he was one of the best of using the race card. Even to the very bitter end, he was using the race card, Hurley TVS. And while in denial about his race card usage, he would continue to use it. It was fascinating. It was like trying to reshape his reality to cope. Bringing it up in his harsh video, calling her a white woman. How dare you say that as a white woman? Or framing, any harassment or criticism he gets due to his race. I mean, his girlfriend even tried to say that there was an anti-black sentiment in the community because the community didn't really like them. Well, a portion of the community. Of course, you always have the Twitter people that, of course, like them. And there are other people that predominantly like to use their race and weaponize their race, but Kai West was one of the best, and he did it up until the very end. Up until the very end, on his very deathbed. We like to call it the two-piece race card. You see, first, you call the individual racist, right? And if they deny it, you hit them with the second piece, which is, are you denying what offends me? You're not my race. You can't tell me what offends me. And right then and there, you've sealed the deal. It's a dealio right after that. And there's no recovery. Once you call them a racist, they have to be racist. They can't deny it because they're not your race. They can't tell you what does and doesn't offend you and how to feel about race, apparently. Um, so it's a done deal. It's truly a perfected race card usage. It's just quite unfortunate for Kai's case that his race card didn't save him from the grave that he was digging on the hill that he chose to die on. When he said that he wasn't going to come back, he wasn't going to undelete his accounts, and then he undeleted his Twitter account and continued to bitch. That should tell you just how inconsistent he is. The apology is like, okay, well, I'm sorry, but I still feel right in having taken down the video. How are you sorry and apologizing for taking down the video if you still feel right about it? If you still feel you're in the right to take it down, that doesn't make any sense. It's contradictory, and I think that's another aspect to Kai West. He's defined by his consistent inconsistency. He's defined by his hypocrisy. He's defined by constantly using his race card and bringing up race when it's completely irrelevant from a situation. But it's supposedly his right to do so because he's black. I guess being a minority gives you the right to weaponize your race.
So what did Kai West perfect? Now we're going to be talking about class, what he did as a content creator, right? So I want you guys to throw out some ideas in the chat, and I'm going to read them. Now come on, give us some genuine ideas. What was Kai good at as a content creator? Okay, what were the positives of Kai's highlight in the art commentary community? I want to see some positive comments here, some positive comments. Okay, let's see. Beautiful. Yes. What did Kai West perfect? So hold on now. You got to give some genuine ideas. Oh, absolutely. Of course I spoil you guys. All right. So come on, come on. We need genuine ideas here. I'm waiting. Come on now. We need. Oh, race card's a good one. Oh, yep. There you go, Nil. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You paid attention. Did Kai perfect hypocrisy and race card? My, oh my. That's 2 for 2. That's 2 for 2. You might have seen it earlier, though. You might have seen it earlier. That's why I really didn't want it to fuck up. But we have some problems. Whining, harassing Peaches, crying about race, being annoying. Oh my, Andy Peaches coming through. Not Peaches, Patches. A little bit of the tism there. Harassment claims. His relationship. Yeah, well, crying, complaining. All right. Okay. We're coming along. We're coming along here. His audio sounded sexy. Spreaded information. Being. Oh, wow. Peg City. Yeah. Racist against whites. Yeah, him and those Caucasians, they do not agree. He cannot stand the Caucasians. Give John Swan credibility back. Yep. Pissing himself every time on Twitter. Good drama for your channel to grow. He made you more powerful. Thank you. Thank you. False claiming vids. Oh, spreading misinformation. Okay. Okay. Using white as an insult. Kai acting like a Karen when trolled. My oh my. All right, class. So let's discuss. Let's discuss. Never be consistent, okay? That's what we need to learn from Kai. Never be consistent. Inconsistency is key. Your words should mean nothing, okay? Emphasis on should and nothing. Your words should mean nothing, okay? Your standards should flip-flop, and you should never place those standards on yourself. Hypocrisy is key, okay? So let's elaborate on that. Hypocrisy is an art absolutely perfected by Kai Weiss, sure. Others have done this art very well, including Toby Majestic, who Kai even criticized. But Kai, of course, being a hypocrite, did not place those standards about hypocrisy on himself. He criticized Sin in the Art CC for taking things on Twitter to YouTube, but he took things from Twitter as well. Okay, he also took things from Twitter. He copyright striked a video for using 13 minutes and 20 seconds of his 14-minute and 4-second video. But he used roughly 8 minutes and 22 to 23 seconds of an 8-minute and 40-second video, Sin's video. So never be consistent, all right? That's the takeaway. You call out hypocrites, but when you call out other people for things you've done, you want to make sure that you either do it right after or you do it before you call them out, okay? That's what you want to make sure you do, okay, chat? Never be consistent, all right? Hypocrisy is key. That's the takeaway from Kai. Hypocrisy and inconsistency. All right, let's get into the next point. All right, if it floats, it's yours. Always make other people's content float to avoid YouTube ID. It's only transformative when it's floating. That's a fact, okay? That is a fact. It is only, I should have put emphasis on only there, but I didn't. All right, let's look at some examples here. Except you literally plastered 8 minutes and 23 minutes of Sin's 8-minute and 39-second minute video within your 20-minute response. That and the fact that you did it immediately after the Barney comment. Which, Barney, hello there. Again, thank you. And I said I could and you said I could re-upload it, and you wouldn't care. But tell us, it isn't about copyright, right? And now he schools me here. He gets me here. He's got me. He's got me. He's got me, chat. And every second was transformative because I actually decided to edit. You didn't. You did the bare minimum and cried transformative. You're trying to move the goalpost now. Laughing my fucking ass off. Shocker. You said you'd use less of my video when you re-uploaded, so of course I don't care. You tried. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find the response in the right time, when I'm setting this up, but here's what he said right over here. Relax, man. Anyways, desperate jabs from a single man aside. I got one last thing to tell you. If me making a video float was enough to make my videos transformative and you didn't even do that, how much did you transform? Laughing my fucking ass off. Sad. He got Akumu into the club, perfected that one. My oh my, is everything still going? Kai used the oh, remember, you didn't use Kai's over. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Listen, if you don't make it float, it's not yours. It's not transformative. Okay? That's the takeaway. That's the takeaway. All right. Let's get back to this, okay? Now, call everyone racist and blame any and all criticism. Any and all criticism, chat. Trolling or meanie comments on your race, okay? Now let's elaborate. Everyone is racist, all right? Everyone is racist except the minorities, okay? If you're a minority, do what is called a two-piece race card. Always use the race card. This is the first piece, okay? If they deny they're racist, use that as evidence that they're even further racist. It makes no sense, but follow along. Now you want to follow up with you're not, and then whatever race it is, whatever minority, let me specify, whatever minority, of course, you can't tell us what offends us. This is the second piece. This will surely make them look racist to any Twitter user ever. Okay, and if you're white, unfortunately, this won't work for you. You know, of course, you got the fuck off milk toast there. Reference to Trafa. You know, let's see here. Hate the Caucasians. Yeah, especially if you're Caucasian. Okay, you gotta hate yourself. If you're Caucasian, you have to hate yourself, Chad. You have to hate yourself. But any of the minorities in chat, you gotta hate the Caucasians. All right, you gotta hate them. All right, that's a number. That's another takeaway from Guy. All right, you have to hate them. Okay, he hates them so much that his name, in fact, means, I think, destroy white. Oh man. Okay. Okay. So let's get into the next one. All right. Now here's how you do that. Okay. You got to hate the white people. All right. Repeatedly bring up stereotypes of white people. Bring them up when they're entirely irrelevant. All right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're talking about fucking cars, right? You find a way to bring up a stereotype about a white person if a white person is present. You just got to put them down, all right? And also buy a mug, okay? You need to buy a mug dedicated to white tears. That's what you got to do, all right? How many greasy white guys turned commentary and college dropout turned T channels are y'all gonna watch until you realize a lot of these topics they talk about are stupid and don't matter? Now, this is listen to, I mean, not Leafy, Grimsy. Yeah, listen to Grimsy. All right, chat. I don't know if it'll play the audio for you. I hope it will, but just listen to Grimsy.
Yo, what's up, guys? Today, I just want to talk about the savior of the commentary community, a man that I'll always remember. He taught me that white people are evil demons and that there's nothing we can do about that. And that a YouTuber's race and their argument and their validity are all tied together, right? So if you are of a certain race, I mean, honestly, am I even gonna listen to you if you're white? Like, I mean, dude, you're a cracker. But the best thing Kai Weiss did was show everybody how toxic this community was, how terrible they were, and most importantly, how much of a colonizer they were.
Make sure to check out Grimsy, chat. Okay, check out Grimsy. Definitely a good watch. Make sure to check him out. Hopefully he's watching. But yeah, yeah, Crimsy. That's a neat one. I might make fun of him with that. But Grimsy, right? Okay. You want to listen to him, okay? He's learned from Kai himself, okay? He now knows. He's been enlightened about you colonizers, okay? We've been enlightened by Kai about you colonizers, okay? We know your games, your sick tricks. And now you colonizers and other beloved POC in the chat, filthy colonizers and beloved people of color are now enlightened. People of color, hate the colonizers. Colonizers, hate yourselves. That's the takeaway, okay? That's the takeaway.